Hi ladies, so as promised I am making this video about breastfeeding, so if you're not interested in breastfeeding or tips and helpful guidance, then I suggest you just click out of it. Otherwise continue watching and we will get started. So this is basically what got me started on doing this for you guys, because this is a lot of milk and I know that people are struggling, so I'm hoping that I can help you out a little bit. All right, so I'm going to show you everything that I use for the day and then I'm going to explain how I use each item individually, okay? So my most important item that I use every single day is my journal. It keeps track of everything that I'm doing throughout the day, when I feed, from what breast I fed from, how long I fed, if my baby went bathroom, pee or poop, you know, so it just kind of helps me keep track of everything in a very like organized manner that I can kind of just like scan it really quick. And then once I scanned it, then it just makes it easy for me to keep track of everything. So for example, like this is one of the pages here, which I'll show you. I have everything pretty much color coded. I'm kind of an organizing snob, so I like to know everything. So be a little cautious about this. So my baby eats 12 times a day, every 2 hours, and it's exhausting to say the least, but it's also super rewarding because I know that I'm giving her the best that I can give her. So trying to put her on a food regimen schedule kind of thing, like I really don't need to do that. Reese is such a great eater that there's no reason for me to have to do that. So if your baby is eating maybe like every 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours instead of every 2 hours, try to cut that back slowly. Like wake them up, make them eat. Trust me, it's the best thing you can do because your body will start producing more milk, because your body will start to recognize that it needs to produce more milk because the baby's eating a little more frequently. Another thing that's always super helpful too is to pump after you fed. I know it's really, really tiring, especially when you're just like, you just want to go to sleep, and I feel you, I really do, but you should pump. Just get that extra milk out of your body so that your body can produce fresh new milk for you and for your baby, obviously. But yeah, just pumping that milk out, it'll give you, you know, I don't know, relief, I guess. I mean, that's what I feel. I feel relieved when I'm able to just like take everything out of my breasts, because I know that now my body will be producing brand new milk for my baby for that next turnaround. Just food for thought. So I highly recommend you ladies to be using some nipple cream if you're having some issues with that. What this does is it softens your nipples. It helps with chafing, the bleeding, not the aching, unfortunately, which I know happens to a lot of mommies, but it definitely helps your nipples not hurt so much. They feel a little bit more better. You're a little more comfortable. So I would highly invest in using nipple balm until your nipples get to that point where they are able to be suckled on and you're not hurting, you're not chafing, you're not bleeding anymore. Or you're just like at that point where I'm at, where I just don't even notice the baby's even latched onto my boob. I have to like look down and make sure that she's on my boob. So these are my vitamins that I like to take. This one here, obviously, I'm still taking. It's highly recommended that you continue to take your prenatal vitamins after you've had your baby. Basically, I'm just going to finish this off. There's not that much left in there, but might as well finish it. I'd rather not throw them away. And vitamins, I know you're normally just supposed to take one for the day, but I'm a very thin person and I'm putting out a lot of milk, so I had to double up on my vitamins. So I take my prenatal vitamin as soon as I eat in the morning, and then I'll take my big girl vitamin maybe closer towards my dinner time, just to give them a good like space in between time wise. So I invested in a dual pump for this pregnancy. This one here is called The Real Bubby, and it's really cute. It came with some stickers. I was gonna make it look like a ladybug and everything, but I decided not to and just leave it the hell alone. So basically super easy. You get your, you know, it's on a USB. You don't normally get a cube to like charge it, or you don't actually even have to charge it. It's a USB friendly pump, which is nice. So, and then you have your power, you can adjust your suction, which I really like, because sometimes I need it to be a little bit more delicate, which is when I'll go lower. Sometimes I need it to be a little bit stronger because I'm super full, so I bring that up a few levels. You got your, you know, your hoses here, and then this is where the air comes into suction. And yeah, you just get your pump, you put it on. I normally pump for about 10 to 15 minutes. So with my first pregnancy, I had the problem of while I was feeding, my other boob was also leaking. So I figured out a way to kind of catch that, like in a separate bottle kind of situation, and it worked fine. Sure, why not? I was able to store some milk. I was able to just catch whatever came out. But for this time around, I wanted to be a little more of an improved, I guess, way to do it. So I looked online, I looked all over the place, and I found this item called the Haakaa, spelled Haakaa, and it's actually super convenient. So this is my Haakaa, Haakaa. I use this while I'm breastfeeding Reese. I put this on the boob that Reese is not using, obviously. Pretty easy to use. You put this flap down, you squeeze it, and then you put your nipple right in there. You release it once your nipple's inside. Your nipple will come into this little suction tube here, and then you'll close that, and it'll be nice tight hold on your nipple, and it won't fall off. Even if your baby's kicking it and stuff like that, like, it will not fall off. It has a really good suction, and if you need to readjust it, it's super easy. It's nice and soft too, so like your nipple won't even like hurt. If your nipples are a little sensitive like mine are, this doesn't hurt at all. This is actually super comfortable for me to use. This Haakaa has saved me so much milk already. I've only had it for about 2 weeks or so, but it has saved me a lot of milk because it's constantly suctioning on your boob, on your breast. It's bringing out a little more than you would normally if you're just letting your boob leak, or if you're using those like the pads and stuff. Like, you're just wasting milk. I highly suggest you invest in one of these, because right now my output while I'm breastfeeding is like 3 ounces while using this, whereas before I was doing an output of like 1 ounce by just letting it leak on its own. So this has drastically changed the game when it comes to me storing my breast milk, which you have all seen I have a great supply of. These are the bags that I use to store my milk. What I really enjoy about this is that it actually gives you some guidelines too. So like, I know we don't get a lot of guidelines as new moms or coming around, and we just don't typically tend to ask each other these kinds of questions. So I really like that this right here has like directions. Like, it tells you, you know, for use, how to thaw them out, and then even on top of that, milk storage guides. So it's really convenient. It's nice. It's a quick little easy intro into storing and being a mom, basically. And these bags are super helpful. I love them because they have the date on there. You can put the volume, the name, the time, and then of course they're just really cute. They're see-through, and then right here you can see how much milk you put into it. They're very easy for being heated. Like, we just throw these basically in like a bowl of hot water, and the milk thaws out quite easily. It's not that hard. Don't ever microwave your breast milk, guys. All right, and these are breast shields. Okay, I know, like I mentioned earlier, my nipples are a little sensitive, so I like to use these. I just got these too, like not too long ago, so they're like my best friends as well. So you put these into your bra, and it catches all the milk that comes out while you're just like doing your day-to-day thing. I like to use them when I'm either sleeping or if I'm out of the house, because I produce so much milk that I leak consistently, and it's kind of annoying, but this has really improved my lifestyle, and I've only had this for so long. I recommend not letting them really get past where like this opening is, where your nipple comes in, because then they start to just leak everywhere. But it has a convenient little spout for you to just kind of like dispense this into like your bag. So normally if I'm out, then I put this, and then I come home, and then I just put whatever milk I got from the time I was out into a bag. So I honestly feel that the reason that I produce as much milk that I'm producing is because Reese eats every 2 hours on the dot. And not only that, but I myself eat quite a bit. I drink a lot of water, and I do try to get as much rest as I can. This is normally when you really want to lean on your partner or your support team, like your moms, your grandparents, whoever you have, really. If anybody can help you, just be honest about it and let them know that you are tired and you do need some sleep, because if you're not rested, you're not going to be producing as much as you are. So just remember, you know, there's a lot of us who have been moms, and we're all super ready to be helping out if we can. And if someone does offer it, take the opportunity and just get an hour's nap in if you can. Just get your rest, eat your food, take care of yourself, because if you can take care of yourself, then you're gonna take better care of your baby because you won't be so tired. You won't feel that exhaustion kicking in. And I guess finally, well, darn, dude. I produce a lot of milk, but lately I've been feeling like I've been slacking a little bit. I don't know, because Reese is kind of changing her schedule every now and again, so I feel like my body gets a little thrown off. So I got this supplemental milk thing-mabobber, and I've only been doing it for 2 days or so. So, I mean, I haven't seen any results from this yet. I'm hoping that it does help me, though. Just because I do want to be able to store a lot of milk for either when I go back to work or if I'm not in the house and Anthony needs it. I just don't ever want there to be a need for it. I want to be able to kind of get her to that year's mark. So that's what I'm trying to do, and this is what I'm drinking currently. It's called Milk Flow. I got it in the chai tea flavor. And it tastes really good. It's super easy. It's just 8 ounces of milk and then just a scoop of the powder, and I will probably have to do an update video on how that's turning out for me.